really beneficial as I'm from a school where we don't have one, and for example in dissertation it'd be really great to have someone that you can discuss your ideas with as well as your tutor to get another opinion, as they're obviously in your profession.
Be termly or yearly for some students, because some people might find it annoying to have a mentor if they feel very comfortable or happy with what they want. So it'd be good to have people who need it, but there should also be an option for people, because firstly it'd be a waste of time for both parties if someone doesn't want to use it, and it leaves more time for people who really want the help.
Okay, that motion has passed. Thank you.
Hi, I think we should get Starbucks off the university campus because Starbucks have not, for the past several years, paid any fair tax to the UK. They've actually paid less than they were meant to. In 2013 they paid some tax, but not as much as they should have done anyway. I think as students we should push for another coffee shop. I think it'd be A, nicer coffee, but B, more responsible, and I think all the cups in Starbucks say proudly serving Starbucks, and we're told here we're meant to be BU proud. I think I'd be more BU proud if we were economically responsible and politically responsible with who we did business with. So yeah, we should change the coffee shop, something else.
I really agree with the idea, like partially because of the whole tax and because I don't actually like the taste of Starbucks. I think we could, as a uni, do a lot better, maybe not sourcing it ourselves, but finding a smaller company that does it in a much fairer, potentially fair trade sort of way. So I think that's what we're very giving. And I think, like, obviously giving to a corporation that, I know this is like going to be really out of context, but in the Austin Powers movie is what Dr. Evil gets all his money from. Like, that's the level that I view Starbucks as. I really agree with it, and I honestly don't think we should serve it anymore.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. Anyone?
We were discussing maybe looking at sourcing some of the material like locally. Like, you know, coffee at One, that's pretty great coffee. And maybe getting this smaller company gives them a chance to see if they can try, you know, thrive their company.
Everything that they've done has been perfectly legal and within the law. There is new tax being introduced in April called the diverted profits tax, which will target companies that are shifting their profits out of the UK, and they will then have to pay a new tax. But currently they are paying correctly the tax and even paid voluntary when they didn't have to pay any tax just to maintain their reputation. So they are not being unfair with their tax, they are completely within the law.
If you don't like a company's practices, you just simply do not purchase their products. You cannot force other students to. I realise this as a person that did actually submit a motion trying to ban something earlier this year that I now regret because I realised it was a bad idea. But the thing is, if you have personal grievances, then they are your personal grievances. You should not be passing them on to other people.
And that motion fell.
All I suggest is that we look to alter the parking permit application and remove that piece of criteria that says you have to live 7 miles away in order to get a permit. It would make a lot of lives easier, I think.
Realistically, the university will not alter this. They already have oversubscribed for staff and students, so they won't be doing this. So my amendment is that Subaru should campaign for BU to work out how students and staff, so they work out student and staff permits exactly the same way. That's slightly different to what John says. At the moment, students are worked out on a radius, staff are worked out on their shortest route. So you would actually fall within the criteria if it was done on the shortest route. Some people would actually come in. That would be my proposal.
If we push for students to get permits, we're likely to get more spaces because obviously an increased demand needs an increased supply. So if we do it this way, I'm not sure if it would work out the same, but if we, as students, say we want permits, we'll need spaces, and hopefully we would get them. So that would be my reason for being against it. I'm still a little confused as to how that works as well, but that would be my thoughts against.
We're voting for and against the amendment. Right, so that's passed. We've changed it to Reese's amendment.
I think we should vote for this because, especially for Lansdowne students, there's a lot more mature students per numbers, I guess. And so they have just as well to come, and they have more responsibilities. They need to be able to get back to families and things, and a lot of people meet for placements for one-off lectures and things. I'm sure that happens up in Talbot as well, so it should be fair way so that students can have access to parking rather than parking at a 15-minute walk away from campus.
And that motion has passed. So Subu should be campaigning for student and staff permits to be worked out in some way.